Hello, this is your captain speaking, and we're back with probably our last theory video on Life is Strange. Since the release of Life is Strange Episode 5, Polarized, it seems the community has been rather upset about the ending. Or should I say endings? There were two endings which were determined by a binary choice within the last 5 minutes of the game. A lot of people are claiming that the ending of the game just makes it feel like all of their choices ultimately didn't mean anything. But I really love this story, and I think it would be worth trying to justify the endings within the context of the game. The storm is bearing down on Arcadia Bay, and well, yep, definitely going to kill everybody. Chloe hands you the butterfly photograph and exclaims to Max that it would be the right thing to do. When standing in the face of losing her family and all the innocent people in the town, she urges Max to make the right choice. And so, it's up to the player to make this final decision. Let's start with the Sacrifice Arcadia Bay ending. Max tears up the photo, they hold hands and watch as the town gets ripped apart as everybody dies. Whew! Harsh. Wow. This ending. Damn. Then they drive through the ruined town as they head off to start their new life together or whatever. Okay, if you're feeling like this ending is making all of your decisions seem null and void, it's because it's supposed to. The tornado came about because of Max trying to use her time powers over and over to not only save Chloe, but to solve the murder of Rachel Amber, attempt to prevent the suicide of Kate Marsh, and take pictures of cute animals. If you tear up the photo and let the tornado wipe out the town, then yeah, nothing you did really meant much. The plot is trying to justify that to you. If you make this decision, you think Chloe is more important to you than anything else. That she's the person you would go to no end to have them stay in your life. It means a lot to her. Which, by the way, if you did make that choice, it just shows how well they wrote the character of Chloe to make you love her that much with all of her beauty and flaws. Okay, let's rewind. You don't tear up the photo. You smooch on Chloe, say goodbye, and travel back to the very beginning. In the bathroom, where you quietly weep behind the stall as your best friend / love interest dies. Nathan gets arrested, he blabs about the dark room, and Mark Jefferson also gets arrested. Good. Wait. So, your choices, maybe they don't mean much. You don't get any return from David or Joyce either. David is just going to be as destroyed as he was when he discovered Chloe died to Jefferson earlier in the game. And you can see her mother's a wreck about it. I mean, I guess you could take comfort in the fact that you got Kate to stop committing a suicide. That's good. But other than that, things don't change much. Or do they? Okay, real talk guys, I started writing the script as a final thoughts video on Life is Strange, and I went crazy and started going through my notes and looking through game footage, and I realized something big that nobody has talked about. An answer to a lot of burning questions in the community. What was it all for? How did Max get her powers? Because we were trying to prevent the death of Max all along. Okay, whoa, bear with me. Let's compare the scene from the beginning of the game versus the scene from the Sacrifice Chloe ending. Max sees a blue butterfly and follows it into the corner behind the stalls and takes a photograph of it. Nathan and Chloe come in, have their argument. In the Sacrificing Chloe ending, Max just hides behind the stall and sobs quietly, and she's safe while David runs in and places Nathan under arrest. But in the original scene, Chloe gets shot, Max runs out, raises her hand and screams, "No!" Okay, now I want you to imagine for a second if Max was never given her rewind powers. Nathan is an unstable person who has killed before and gotten away with it up to this point, who just murdered someone else and has the only witness cornered in the bathroom. Max had a fight or flight reaction. But what could she possibly do in this situation without her rewind powers? Nathan would have picked up the gun and, in a rash decision to protect himself, shot and killed Max. Whoa. That would be a dramatically shorter game if Max got shot at the very beginning. It would be a tragic death of circumstance. Okay, now let me ask you something. Do you think that Chloe, we've all gotten to know and love, although she can be a little bit difficult at times, would allow her childhood friend Max to die for no reason as a result of the altercation between him and Chloe? I don't think she would, and I think that's why she is the blue butterfly. Okay, so going back to the beginning of this scene, we see Max in the bathroom. and a blue butterfly leads her into the corner, where she will be safe from Nathan Prescott if she doesn't run out. Do you think that that blue butterfly is the spirit of Chloe? Even though in this time she isn't dead yet, but would it be so hard to believe that in a game about time travel, maybe ghosts can also time travel just a little bit? I want to propose to you that this butterfly, Chloe, tried to protect Max by leading her behind the bathroom stalls so she could hide when the gunman came in. But Max bravely jumped up and tried to do something even though she was a bit too late, as an instinct response, a fight or flight reaction. And this result ended up getting her killed. So Chloe, the butterfly, sacrificed herself as a spirit to give Max the power to travel through time. I know, it's a little bit far-fetched, but there's one piece of evidence I want to supply here that might back that up a little bit. We see the blue butterfly in the bathroom, and then it just disappears. So does this mean that this dead Chloe in the bathroom sacrificed her spirit to give Max time powers because she knew that Max deserved better? We don't see the butterfly again until the end of the game, after she lands on Chloe's coffin. But this only happens after Chloe had to get shot again. In this timeline, Chloe never had to sacrifice her spirit in order to save Max, because Max just hid behind the stall. It's also possible that the spirit butterfly could exist through time and could have seen all the things that Max and Chloe went through together that week and gave them more of a motivation to want to sacrifice themselves to save Max. But, you know, that's just kind of the way I interpret it. And that's one of the things I've really loved about this whole story, is that it's all been about people's own interpretation about it. That's why I don't think the endings are bad. I think the endings are pretty good because they can be interpreted so many different ways. This whole story, you could take a lot out of it. There's a lot of unfilled gaps, but you can fill in those gaps for yourself. That's okay. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think about the whole game, and I want to know what you guys think about my theory. Is it possible the whole story was made to prevent Max from dying? I don't know. But what I do want to say is I'm really thankful to all the people who have come to my YouTube channel as a result of me playing Life is Strange and making content about it. And now the game is over, obviously I'm probably not going to be making more content on it, unless they release a Season 2, which would be really cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is your captain signing off. Bye.